Just last month, I had the privilege and honor of visiting Ypres, Belgium, which included Essex Cemetery, the World War I trenches, Flanders Field, and John McCrae's medical dispensary that he ran during World War I. I was very impressed when I discovered that every evening at Menin Gate in the city of Ypres at 8 p.m., a group of buglers sound the last post, and wreaths are placed at the memorial by family members, friends, and relatives. The last post is a bugle call that signifies that a soldier has gone to his final resting place, similar to the U.S. taps. With the exception of a 4-year period during World War II, the ceremony has been held daily in all weather conditions since 1928. The ceremony honors the thousands of soldiers who went missing in action and whose bodies were never recovered. Their names are inscribed on the Menin Gate Memorial. Hundreds of people typically attend the nightly event. I was also impressed with Essex Farm Cemetery, where a memorial to Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae stands. He is a Canadian poet, physician, and surgeon during the Second Battle of Ypres in Belgium during World War I. In April 1915, McCrae was stationed in the trenches near an area known as Flanders. During this time, McCrae's friend, 22-year-old Lieutenant Alexis Helmer, was killed by artillery fire and buried in a makeshift grave. The following day, after seeing the fields of graves blooming with wild poppies, McCrae wrote his famous poem, In Flanders Fields. Ironically, McCrae discarded the poem after writing it, and it was recovered by a fellow officer who sent it to a British magazine in 1915. It became one of the most popular and frequently quoted poems about World War I. It was used for recruitment and propaganda efforts, to sell war bonds, and for inspiration. The poppy soon became known as the flower of remembrance for men and women in Britain, France, the United States, and Canada who died in service to their country. Today, McCrae's poems continues to be an important part of Remembrance Day celebrations in Canada and Europe, as well as Memorial Day celebrations in the United States. In Flanders Field by John McCrae. In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard among the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved. And now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. World War I was supposed to be the war to end all wars. We know that today this was not the case. My trip to Flanders Field was preceded by a trip to the American Cemetery in Normandy, France, which was one of the most sobering experiences of my life. Let us never forget the freedoms that our armed forces have given us, that we may enjoy every day as Americans and honor them often, not just today.